say. How
How long do you believe this match is going to go on between aG'Fuzer, who has just spawned in the top right corner, and
aG'Fuzer spawning in the bottom left on this beautiful map named Daybreak? And yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe like 15 minutes, hopefully, at least. I don't want to see some kind of slow game going on, or some kind of short game going on here.
absolutely, with two very short games already, it would be a bit of a disappointment if we were to see another cheesy game come out of this. Although I think it is more just the style of the previous opponent out of 3D gaming to just be very aggressive, since both of his games were of such.
Yeah, very aggressive. But yes, Sombly was a very good player, and it's going to be very interesting how the top Terran, because this should be the top Terran since they are sending him out so early versus our strongest player.
So who do you believe would be the optimum choice if we were to lose to aG'Fuzer?
For us,
Yes.
I would send out Monkey Man straight away. Because
Absolutely.
his Zerg's multitasking is really good. He's good at, he's good at answering pretty much a lot of the builds. He has a pretty good mind game as well. And aG'Fuzer is actually just dropping down the supply depot and pauses it and goes down with his SV out to scouts.
It's going out looking for any sort of proxy Turax that may be coming out of his opponent. aG'Fuzer doing a similar thing, but just moving straight to his opponent's base, wanting to get that scouting information as early as possible.
Yeah, first, both barracks are finishing up right now. One Marine coming out from both players. aG'Fuzer has gotten his gas, and aG'Fuzer is on the way of getting his gas at the moment. So aG'Fuzer a little ahead with getting that gas. Only has 2 workers in the gas at the moment.
2 workers in the gas could be heading towards some sort of optimized Turax play, do you believe?
I'm not sure, maybe.
Oh,
he
and
actually
cancelling the reactor so his opponent won't scout it. Very slick move there out of aG'Fuzer.
Yeah, so I wonder what he's going to go for right now. Dropping
Gets
down
the
his
reactor
first.
back, and he might have to put a worker into gas just to stick with his timing. We'll have to see how he develops with that. But it was very coy of him to destroy that. His opponent will think that aG'Fuzer will now be going for some sort of factory style.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we see one factory going down for aG'Fuzer at the moment, while as aG'Fuzer is grabbing his expansion, looking to go into a real macro game.
And aG'Fuzer looks like he's gearing up for the same thing. His SCV just putting down the command center now.
Yeah, being a little later, but anyway, aG'Fuzer will have some either get into mech or just go for standard siege tanks. He now throws down the second refinery, so we'll have to wait pretty much to know what he's going for.
So at the moment, aG'Fuzer is ahead on the Marine count, just due to the fact that he was consistently producing out of the barracks. That will start to change, due to the fact that the reactor was earlier out of aG'Fuzer, so he's now in the lead. And that's one of the main things it comes down to in the mirror matchups. Oh, and aG'Fuzer switching into Hellion production.
Yeah, looks like he will be going for mech, and I was going to say that it looks like aG'Fuzer is going for mech, but since he actually built a tech lab on his factory, looks like he will go for pure marine tank bio, pretty much at the moment. Starport on the way as well. A few marines going out on the map for aG'Fuzer to check out what's going on.
So at the moment, aG'Fuzer is supply blocked, and oh, the command center did relieve that off from him. I was looking for supply depth. This is what happens when you haven't played StarCraft in a while. You forget these basic small things. But this aggression will be held off by the bunker. A few SCVs will have to be pulled and could potentially die just on the fact that they will get hit focus fired by the Marines. But aG'Fuzer has chosen instead to pull back, possibly waiting for his first medevacs to come out.
Yeah, a few more Hellions meeting up with the Marines and the other Hellions. I don't know, is he going for Hellion drop or is he just going to move up there, up the ramp? And oh, he's trying to. I don't know. He's.
And Calt is responding to this in the smart way, getting out a Viking. He hasn't even seen his opponent has the Banshee yet, but is automatically assuming that due to the Hellions, his opponent won't have, or is saving the gas for Banshees. So he's already got the Viking out, which is the optimum response. Will defend all of his bases with just that one unit.
Yes.
Not unless he loses it to the Marines here.
Oh, Illyria.
I'm going
Do you have
to
anything up that might cause lag?
check.
Good. Well, anyway, one siege tank out for Cal at the moment, which will help out a lot as well to defend versus the Hellions, which can pick off any repairing SCVs really fast. We have some more Marines and one more siege tank just on the way. One additional siege tank on the way right now, and siege tank just finishing up, which will help him off obviously a lot. aG'Fuzer going back to his main base, sending one Marine back just to check out what's going on. The third from aG'Fuzer is finished up, not morphed into an orbital command just yet, but looking to go for that pretty soon. We have double factories coming out from aG'Fuzer. I don't see any more factories at the moment, no. And the starport pumping out double Viking production at the moment.
And whilst you were explaining that, there was a comfortable little Banshee getting into Calt's main base, taking 9 kills of workers, slowing down the command center ever so slightly, but the Viking was there to respond to it, so it was taken down slowly. So now aG'Fuzer has just secured his lead just that little bit more, and with the fact that he has getting all of these production facilities up now for switching into mech, he's going to be in a very comfortable position moving into a late game.
Oh my! Actually, my browser refreshed itself, so the stream turned on the sound. So I had to mute my microphone for a sec there.
Ah, I was wondering why you'd gone silent. So now Calt, seeing his opponent's armies pull back, sieging up, and has actually caught up in supply due to the amount of money that aG'Fuzer has been pouring into switching over to mech. That should start to change once aG'Fuzer's production does kick in. Especially with the fact that he has one base ahead of his opponent.
aG'Fuzer keeping the map awareness really good. He just wants to see that nothing is going on. Looks like Cal is, getting ready to do some drop play here. Not leaving many Marines in his main base actually. Only having a handful pretty much, and going to move out with a couple of siege tanks right now. And will he be caught off guard by the army of aG'Fuzer? It looks like aG'Fuzer going down to the third, and they... Oh, he gets spotted by the watchtower. So Calt can't really move out right now, because aG'Fuzer has the upper hand at the moment. Gets the siege down as well.
Calt gets one unit siege, but it dies very quickly, but the drop is moving across the lower side of the map, which will catch aG'Fuzer unawares. He does have up one missile turret, but it is possible that the medevac will be able to slip past and get down the Marines anyway. Which is fine, because aG'Fuzer is slightly oversaturated on his main base either way. Calt chooses not to take the risk of diving in, and just moves around elsewhere.
Yeah, aG'Fuzer now leading with over pretty much 20 supply. Calt doesn't really feel safe at the moment. Going to start forming a big pack of siege tanks around the bunker pretty much.
And we do see the drop actually deciding just to run towards the main base of aG'Fuzer, and it gets spotted by a small group of Hellions, which will cause the rest of the army to start to fluctuate just to trap these units, and with the Vikings there, it will be taken out. And aG'Fuzer now just moving towards 4 bases, and I will fix that after this game.
Yeah, good.
I think it's because there's 3 webcams up, it's not used to dealing with that.
Well, anyway, it looks like aG'Fuzer will be going to go aggressive mode pretty soon, since he's so aggressive with this map dominance pretty much. Looks like the third of Calt will be going down to his third at the moment, but I don't know if he really can hold on to this, because aG'Fuzer is going to circumvent the army of Calt. No, actually, Cult will see the rocks going down, and he's just waiting for aG'Fuzer. So many Hellions here. All the Vikings from Cult has landed. A couple of Marauders here as well, which is going to help out versus the army of aG'Fuzer. But the mech army of aG'Fuzer is so big.
Indeed, and Cult is trying to get as much units as he can. He will have the defender's advantage here, but the upgrades for aG'Fuzer are ahead. He's getting his Infernal Pre-Igniter, he's getting 1-1, and yes, Cult's ground forces, his Marines have +1, but that's not going to be of any use to him until he has some sort of defense. But aG'Fuzer is pushing up now, taking the defensive position, and he will just start wailing on the production of Cult. Cult can't do anything about this. His starport's going to have to move unless he gets a very good defense. And he's just swinging around now to try and go from the backside, and that will take out this small group of units down here on the opposite side.
Yeah, all the reinforcements getting killed off at the moment. But, yeah, aG'Fuzer will react to this as good as he can. Looks like he will just be pulling everything back together to his clump. He's pretty much surrounded by Cult now, though, and this could tend to be pretty serious.
Absolutely, with the surround set up quite this well, Cult just needs to bide his time and then go for one aggressive exiting, but he lost his starport, and with that move handed complete air dominance over to his opponent. He's never going to have the kind of Viking count that his opponent has. And with the fact that he doesn't have any medivacs, Bio's not going to work for him either, so he has very limited options where to go, even once he's broken this contain.
Yeah, it looks like aG'Fuzer feels pretty safe at home and has set up a 4 at that moment.
Absolutely, the 4th having been up for a while, and all the reinforcements are just rallied to near there, but Cult is pushing out now to try and take it out. He destroys 1 siege tank, 2, 3 dying very quickly now, 4th one down, and most of this contain is going to die. But
the Blue Flames Hellions are so
entire
strong.
army in that engagement.
Yeah, so many SVs going down to the Blue Flame Hellions. This is just going to devastate the economy of Cult, and I don't know if he can come back to this after this, even though aG'Fuzer has left the base with most of his army.
Indeed, aG'Fuzer just moving down now to destroy the economy of the 3rd base. And Cult's going to have to take a lot of those out of his main base to do other things. He's finally starting to put down the army for upgrades now, a 2nd engineering bay. So he possibly will be just focusing more on his Marine Marauder force. But with the fact that he doesn't have a starport, he won't have a medivac again for a long time. Medivacs being the critical point of the Bio force. So aG'Fuzer's in a very comfortable position now.
Yeah, looks like aG'Fuzer will move out once again, but pretty good army by Cult. Actually, lots of Marauders in here, which should be dealt with cautiously.
Absolutely, Cult has the optimum force for dealing with this right now, but he doesn't have the production to continue making this force. So he's going to have to... So aG'Fuzer just needs to play the waiting game, with more tanks just streaming across the map. Cult has to just continually hold and try to get his economy back to the place where it was before, making 4 workers at a time now. With the big engagements going down, and so many siege tanks just ripping apart his opponent's force.
aG'Fuzer down to 13 siege tanks.
And the GG is called! And I'm gonna fix my settings.